this unfiltered, unbiased sports talk on YouTube.
Shit, dude, we got a motherfucking treat on the horizon, and I pray to God that nothing happens until this fight is over. Wladimir Klitschko tweeted this earlier today. Done deal. Just before purse bid began, we reached an agreement with the Fury camp. Looking forward to the fight on October 24th. So this says it right here, October 24th, live from Germany. We're going to have one of the best rising stars in the heavyweight division going up against one of the most dominant champions of our era and in the heavyweight history. Tyson Fury versus Wladimir Klitschko for the WBA Super, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight titles. Pretty much the same titles that Klitschko held way before his brother Vitaly was even thinking about retiring, right? Also, Wladimir Klitschko is the second, is behind Joe Louis as one of the most dominant heavyweight champions in history of the heavyweight division. He has 23 successful title defenses behind Joe Louis with 25, right? Basically, boxing enthusiasts have been looking at the heavyweight division in recent times and have been spitting out two names that have the ability to knock Wladimir Klitschko off his throne. That's Deontay Wilder, and the second one was Tyson Fury, right? Now, me personally, I don't believe Deontay Wilder can beat Wladimir Klitschko right now. I feel like later on, after he's gained enough experience, he may have the opportunity to do so. Case in point, his last fight, he got not knocked down, he got hurt by a guy that he was supposed to put out of there, within 4 rounds. He got hurt, and the guy went past 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And he was a bum. So that tells you right there that Deontay Wilder needs to go back to the drawing board. He needs to pretty much hone his skills better than what he's doing right now. And he'll get there. He's just not ready right now. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, he has the ability as a boxer, as a fighter. My only problem with him, one of my only problems with him, the biggest one, is that he still acts like a fucking kid, his maturity level. And I'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about Tyson Fury's record. 24-0, 18 KOs, right? Last 3 fights was against Christian Hammer, got him out of there by 8. Derek Chisora out of there by 10. Joey Abell out of there by 10. So based on his last 3 fights, he hasn't really fought stiff competition, even though Derek Chisora is a top 15, possibly top 10 heavyweight. But I say he's not stiff competition because it was a rematch. He's already beaten him before, right? And then these other 2 guys, they are who they are, you know what I'm saying? But the thing here is that he's dispatching these guys the way that he is supposed to be. There aren't close fights, you know what I'm saying? There aren't no oh shit moments. He's getting rid of these motherfuckers. That's why he's in line to fight the best right now, right? He's 6'9" with 85-inch reach. Another knock I have on him is his chin, right? He may have chin problems. And we saw this against the cruiserweight Steve Cunningham. Now, Steve Cunningham dropped him in their fight, right? Remember that shit? And Tyson Fury outweighed this guy by at least 40, 50 fucking pounds, man. I mean, this dude wasn't a heavyweight. He was coming up to heavyweight. I think Steve Cunningham weighed like 208 for that fight, and Tyson Fury was like 257, 267. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but it was a big fucking weight advantage. It was literally almost David and Goliath. You know what I'm saying? Only reason why it wasn't is because we already had that with Nikolai Valuev and David Hay, right? But I mean, pretty much it was in that category, and he let the little man drop him. You know what I'm saying? That could be a problem against a hard ass hitter like Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? Only 10 of Klitschko's 67 fights have gone the distance. You know what I'm saying? So he's a hard fucking hitter. You know what I mean? So that can be a problem. He has tremendous reach and he can use it. Tyson Fury, part of his abilities is he can fight from the outside very well. He uses the 1-2 combination very well. He has power in both hands. He can also come on the inside and muscle you, right? This is exactly what he did against Steve Cunningham. He cheated a little bit, is what it is. It's fucking boxing. If you can get away with it, you can get away with it. All boxers cheat a little bit to get an advantage. And that's what he did. He outweighed his man by like 50, 60 fucking pounds. So he got on the inside, threw him around the ring, threw him up against the turnbuckles like it was WWE and shit. You know what I'm saying? He outmuscled him, and that's how he knocked him out. And that was what Steve Cunningham was complaining about after the fight. That basically he was just throwing him around, cheating and shit. You know, that's what he could do on the inside. He's very strong on the inside, right? Uh, an underrated ability that Tyson Fury has is he has great footwork for a guy his size. He's not just plodding all the fucking time. He can actually move around the ring and throw that jab at you, keep you uncomfortable, especially guys in the heavyweight division who are known for plodding, right? Let's get back to what I said about him being a kid, which is my next point. He tends to get complacent, right? He starts feeling himself, and it leaves him prone to errors. Case in fucking point, man. This is the dumb motherfucker that punched himself in the face. Go look it up if you haven't seen it. Go to fucking YouTube, type in Tyson Fury punches himself in the face. And you'll see how dumb this motherfucker is because he gets complacent and starts acting like a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna be a big thing for me. This is gonna be either the defining moment and how I make my decision on who's going to win this fight, or it could be the deal breaker, right? I mean, is he going to be mentally ready? He's got to mature. Because when you're going against a world class fighter like Wladimir Klitschko, you can't make fucking mistakes like that. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be mature and he's got to be ready. Let's get to Wladimir Klitschko. He's 64 wins, 3 losses, 53 by KO, right? His last 3 fights were against Bryant Jennings, UD by 12, Kubrat Pulev, and a funny ass knockout in the 5th round, and then Alex Leopai. He also got out of there by the 5th round. He's 6'6" and has 81 inches in reach. Now, if you heard what I said earlier, Wladimir Klitschko, for the first time in his career, is at a 3-inch height disadvantage and a 4-inch reach disadvantage, right? This is the last time he's been at a disadvantage in both height and reach was in 2012, November of 2012 against Marius Wach. Wach was 6'7.5" in height, and he had an 82-inch reach, which is a 1-inch reach advantage, right? And Vladimir got him. He beat him by decision, UD12. Before that, nobody had a height and reach advantage at the same time. But the last guy to have a reach advantage against Wladimir Klitschko was Jamil McCline, ironically 10 years prior to the Marius Wach fight, December of 2002. And Klitschko knocked him out in the 10th round. Now, the reason why these two guys matter is because the advantage that Tyson Fury is going to be going into the ring with in terms of height and reach is ginormous. You know what I'm saying? This shit's fucking huge, right? And Vladimir Klitschko's never seen this. Let's compare these two guys that have had height and reach advantages against him. Let's compare him to Tyson Fury. Jamil McCline. This is another guy. He was very talented at an early point in his career, right? Very talented. Problem with this, he had mental lapses in the ring. He had an 82-inch reach, 1-inch reach advantage against Klitschko, and he was the same height, right? But he would tend to try to get on the inside, like give his reach away. At times early in fights with Jamil McCline, he would paw with a jab, but then he would have these mental lapses and allow his opponents to get on the inside and land punches against him. Also, he had terrible defense from a jab itself. That's how Klitschko was beating the shit out of him. Klitschko was beating him with his jab. You know what I'm saying? So, poor defense and not very high IQ for Jamil McCline. He's nowhere near Tyson Fury. He would get knocked out by Tyson Fury. The 2002 Jamil McCline would get knocked out by today's Tyson Fury, right? Then you got Marius Wack, another guy who had the reach advantage against Klitschko, but he didn't use it. Now, granted, Marius Wack has got an impressive record. He only has one loss, and that's against Wladimir Klitschko. But he's fighting a bunch of motherfuckers in, I don't know, Poland, Germany, Prussia, Russia, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He's not fighting world-class guys. You see what I'm saying? And that's why he's getting the advantage. That's why he's getting the wins against these guys. But when he stepped into the ring with a real motherfucker, he lost, and he lost easily. I think one of the scorecards was like 120 to 108. You know what I'm saying? That's 12 rounds to 0. There's nothing that Marius Watt could do, even though he had the advantage where he could fight from the outside against Klitschko. There was nothing he could do to get away from Klitschko's jab. He couldn't get away from it. So that will fall under mental lapse in my book. If Marius Watt fought Tyson Fury, I think Tyson Fury beats him as well. So basically, looking at the last two guys that had advantages in terms of height and reach, which is the one thing that Wladimir Klitschko has an advantage over all of his opponents, even the guys that he fucking lost to, right? When we compare that to this guy who's 26 years old, has a 3-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage, he's much smarter. He's a better boxer on the outside. He has better footwork than Jamil McCline and Marius Watt. And I think he's stronger than those two guys on the inside, right? Now, mind you, Tyson Fury, this is the biggest guy that he's going to be going up against. Wladimir Klitschko is in shape year-round. Motherfucker's probably on steroids. Who fucking knows, right? But he's big as fuck, veins popping out. He's strong as hell. Like I said, in 67 fights, only 10 of his fights went the distance. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about Tyson Fury trying to get on the inside of this guy and try to muscle him if he decides to do that, if he decides to give up his reach and his height advantage, right? Man, it's going to be a great fucking fight. I can't wait to see it. I'm not going to do a prediction now. I want to follow the training camps. I need to see if Tyson Fury is going to be serious. If he's, I mean, you can't really say that Tyson Fury is going to mature overnight, but you damn hope, you hope he does. You know what I'm saying? For his sake. He needs to do the miracle and mature over fucking night. Or at least all of this be a facade that he does, right? And he's really just one very smart motherfucker when it comes to fighting guys that he knows are world class, right? Maybe that's it. Hopefully, one of those two, hopefully for his sake, it happens. Also, we know Wladimir Klitschko, he's in shape year-round, right? He's one of the best heavyweights. He's always going to come prepared. He's always going to come prepared. Tyson Fury is usually soft in the midsection sometimes. Some fights he comes in a little thinner. Other fights he comes in a little heavier. You know what I'm saying? How's his training camp going to come when, in terms of his conditioning, his physique, right? All of this shit matters to the point where you can't make a decision who you think is going to win the fight, or a prediction, or at least an accurate prediction. So I'm going to leave it at that. What do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be a good fight? Do you think Tyson Fury has a chance to beat Wladimir Klitschko, keep him from 24 consecutive title defenses? Will he knock him out? Will Klitschko knock this guy out within 5? One thing that I saw that was attached to this tweet, one of the replies, was a British guy, and he basically said the whole country of England is behind you, and he was directing that to Klitschko, basically saying the Brits can't wait to see Tyson Fury lose. And I've seen that before on YouTube. A lot of British don't really like Tyson Fury because he's cocky and he's conceited. But you can't deny his boxing ability. So let me know what you guys think. Do what you do in the comment section. Will be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.